Well, as you can see, that was the Coast Guard Search and Rescue I've just seen come over anyway. So as you can see, that was one of the Coast Guard Search and Rescue I've just seen this morning anyway. But unfortunately I missed the first fly past of it coming anyway. Unfortunately I've just missed out of the first fly past of it coming this morning anyway, as I was for some reason I was lazy in bed anyway, because I heard it from my house this morning anyway, as this is where I just missed out the first fly past anyway. So yeah, so as you can see, the registration, the only one we've got today is, as you can see, the registration is today, as we see, is G-MCGZ we see today apparently. So as you can see, the registration is G-MCGZ we see today apparently. and the call sign, as you can see, is HMCG924 apparently. So as you can see, the call sign is HMCG924, and it is the Sikorsky S-92-A Helibus, that is anyway. And I've also just found out the other Coast Guard Search and Rescue, the G-MCGY, which that unfortunately went through its route over Humberside Airport apparently. So yeah, if I go to plane finder, there he is. Well, obviously that's the G-MCGZ registration. As you can see, that's how much training he's been up to so far anyway. And that was when I've missed out the first fly past of it coming anyway. That was when I missed out the first fly past anyway. So yeah, as you can see, it took off Newquay Airport this morning apparently. So yeah. So anyway, so if I go to G-MCGY, which is the normal Coast Guard Search and Rescue, there it is, look. That's when it went through its roof from anyway. As you can see, that aimed for this course on here. As you can see, that course on I've seen before is BHL-202-A, that is, and that occasionally just went through its route over, yeah, as you can see, somewhere, yeah, as you can see, this is where it's been to apparently, somewhere. So as you can see, it stopped over at Humberside Airport apparently. That's where it stopped at first anyway, and then after that it just had to travel all the way up to over towards Aberdeen Airport apparently. That's probably why it had to travel all the way up to Aberdeen Airport. So yeah, that's where it's to now anyway. That's where the G-MCGY is to now apparently. It's just all the way up over Aberdeen Airport apparently, which I believe that's probably going through its maintenance checkup, I believe anyway. I think that's probably staying there for a while anyway, through its maintenance I think anyway. So I think that's probably where the G-MCGY is at the moment. It's just in Scotland anyway, over Aberdeen Airport. So yeah, I've just found out that it went through this route since Friday I believe anyway. Had to go from Newquay Airport to Humberside Airport and then into Aberdeen Airport, which it had to travel all the way up there apparently. So that's where the G-MCGY helicopter is. It's there at the moment, just having its maintenance anyway. That's where it's to, over Aberdeen Airport, just for its maintenance anyway. So yeah, that's where it's probably to anyway. But I don't know when it will return to Newquay anyway, but not too sure when the G-MCGY Coast Guard helicopter will return to Newquay anyway, which I don't know when it will return to Newquay anyway, which I have no idea when it will anyway. So anyway, so let's go back to the G-MCGZ. So as you can see, this is where the Coast Guard helicopter has been to so far. Obviously it's been out trained just over on the English Channel anyway. So yeah, as you can see, it's been trained just over towards Coverwake and then over the South Cornwall anyway, and then it's been trained over on North as well anyway. So yeah, and as you can see, the height it flew now was about 50,000 feet from here apparently. It just flew to about 50,000 feet apparently anyway. So yeah, it just flew into about 26,000 feet anyway from here. As we literally just saw it from the distance anyway. But obviously, because of it, I missed out the first fly past anyway. But obviously I was meant to be getting the first fly past, but then next minute I decided to film the second pass anyway, which was literally the Coast Guard helicopter was just flew from the distance anyway. which obviously that flew past just over near Milo Touchdown anyway, and then into Falmouth anyway, and somewhere near Falmouth anyway, flew past Falmouth Bay, as you can see anyway. So yeah, by the looks of it, it's probably now returning back to Newquay Airport, I believe now anyway, but that's the only Coast Guard helicopter what we got now is G-MCGZ. The Coast Guard Search and Rescue is the only one we got at Newquay Airport right now anyway. Obviously, because whereas the other one, the G-MCGY, is just over at Aberdeen Airport having some maintenance anyway, which, you know, that's where it had to travel all the way up there anyway. So yeah, so that's why we now got one Sikorsky S-92-A Coast Guard helicopter, which that's the only one we got anyway. So yeah, which that's just the only search and rescue helicopter we got now anyway. So yeah, just the only Coast Guard search and rescue we got now anyway. So yeah, that's the only one we got at the moment just at Newquay Airport, which is just in use anyway, whereas the G-MCGY is over at Aberdeen Airport having its maintenance, but don't know when it will return to Newquay, but you know, don't know when it will return back to Newquay anyway, but which I have no idea when it will return back to its base at Newquay anyway. Obviously, you know, hopefully this year, hopefully, but obviously now, because this is the start of Happy New Year Revolution. So yeah, but obviously this is now the time that is now the brand new Revolution year of 2023. So yeah, this is why, because Coast Guard helicopters decided to do train anyway. Obviously now, because it's the start of the new year now, of the New Year Revolution of 2023. So yeah, now 2022 is finally gone. So yeah, this is now the fresh start of the new year now, apparently. So yeah. Okay, so yep. We're sure to say Happy New Year of Revolution of 2023. And yeah, and this is the first aircraft we've seen so far. It's the Coast Guard Search and Rescue helicopter in 2023, the Search and Rescue helicopter. Okay, so yep. But hopefully by the time next week the Royal Navy aircrafts will be back on, hopefully. Like the Merlins and the Air King, hopefully we'll probably be getting back to see them hopefully this week or next week, so I say anyway. So yeah, hopefully next week the Royal Navy aircraft will be starting back to their training mission hopefully next year, or hopefully next week anyway, which I'm hoping so. Like the Merlin Mark IIs and the Air King Avenger T1. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll be back to see them hopefully. Probably get to see more of it anyway. Okay, so yep, looks like Coast Guard's now going to go back to Newquay Airport. Okay, so yep, thanks for watching, bye bye.